Let's begin with the first one of Week 3's Harvey Hot Hand, which is
Falcons at Panthers.
Give me the Falcons here in a victory over the Carolina Panthers and to cover right now, because I can't believe that I'm saying this based on what we saw last season. But if we take a look at the data, the Falcons have a top 4 defense in the NFL. They're second in points allowed, second in total yards per game allowed, fourth in yards per play allowed, fourth in passer rating allowed, fourth in pressure rate, and third in sack percentage. Those bottom 2 were what they were terrible at last year. With Matt Judon and with all these pieces that they had, they could not get to the quarterback. And this year, with their draft picks and with their offseason acquisitions, they are significantly better. They are currently a top 4 defense in the NFL. So going up against Bryce Young, who bounced back to his rookie year after he bounced forward in your bounce quarterback situation, he bounced all the way back to his rookie year, and he's not looking great. He still isn't looking great. Will he ever look great? Probably not. Even with Ted McMillan out there, who they just keep giving him weapons, he can't figure it out. So give me the Falcons, who are looking pretty good. Give me them in a 10-point victory, 24-14, and they cover the 5.5 point spread on the road against Carolina. The next one,
Cowboys at Bears.
Give me the Cowboys here in a big-time victory. I think it's going to be high-scoring. Both defenses aren't great. The Bears have, I think, the worst defense, or I think they're 30th, actually, in defense. They looked terrible last week against the Detroit Lions, while the Cowboys, their defense looked bad against Russell Wilson, but their offense was great. Dak Prescott, like I said right before the season started, we'll see some MVP-level type performance from Dak Prescott. I just had that feeling, and that's what we've seen so far. And on top of the fact, we're in a situation where Ben Johnson, who we just saw dominate on the Detroit Lions with a very, very well-built team, goes over to the Chicago Bears, who are actually really well-built with a potential great quarterback. As everyone says, a generational quarterback that I never really believed. However, after the first drive in these first 2 games, the next 20 drives, this is what Caleb Williams is. A really bad quarterback. 55% completion percentage, 6 yards an attempt, basically, 2 total touchdowns to 1 interception, and a passer rating of 77. I mean, after the first 2 drives, he has been a terrible quarterback. And I think we're starting to see that Ben Johnson talking about Tyson Bagent and his fundamentals, and they just got blown out by the Detroit Lions. They let up 52 points, and Ben Johnson's talking about how we need to work on the offense. Doesn't even care about the defense. So that just shows you where Ben Johnson is, his frustration level with the number 1 overall pick in the 2 years ago draft. I mean, this generational talent, when are we going to start seeing it? I'm waiting. The Bears have talent. It's not like the Bears are void of talent. They rebuilt the interior of the offensive line. They have Colson Loveland, a very promising tight end, and then Cole Kmet to back him up, who's also really good. Rome Odunze and DJ Moore. I mean, I need to see a level of success here. Your offense should be much better than it actually is. Give me the Cowboys, who are shockingly really good. Give me them in a big-time victory, 31-27 over the Chicago Bears. They obviously covered the 1.5 point spread. The next game,
Saints at Seahawks.
Give me the Seahawks in a victory. It's 7.5 points. We're taking a big-time point spread. Actually, the next 3 are, 4 out of the 5 of these are decently high point spreads, but this should be a blowout. Spencer Rattler, 0-8, doesn't beat anybody, doesn't look particularly great. The Seattle Seahawks right now, their defense is still great. Sam Darnold, he's all right. Not great, but you know what? We'll have to wait and see. I think Kenneth Walker, he'll have a great game this week. I think right now the Seahawks, they're just a significantly better team. This should be a blowout. They'll cover the 7.5. Their defense is going to shut down anything Spencer Rattler in this offense, New Orleans Saints offense, tries to do. This is a big-time victory for Seattle. Give me them to cover the 7.5 point spread. They win 27-13. Next one.
Lions at Ravens.
Big one. Big-time game. Give me the Ravens minus 5.5 over the Detroit Lions. The Ravens defense, it needs a little bit improvement. The offensive line is, again, not great. They need to work on it, but with just Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, we remember the last time these teams played. I think the Ravens were up 35-0 at halftime. They couldn't do anything offensively, the Detroit Lions did, against this Baltimore Ravens team, and I think we'll see something relatively similar with the Ravens just going out here and being a very, very dominant team. I think we might be overreacting a little bit to a Detroit Lions Week 2 win because they played against the Chicago Bears, who just allowed J.J. McCarthy, who we know through 2 weeks does not look great, to have a phenomenal fourth quarter comeback, have 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and look great. I think that says much more about the Chicago Bears than it did the Detroit Lions, and in this game, the Ravens got outgained, I believe, by the Cleveland Browns or close to it. and they still were able to dominate them. DeAndre Hopkins, he hasn't really played much, but he's made incredible catches every time he's out there. He had a great catch last week, so I think right now this offense is clicking. The defense needs improvement. The offensive line, which has been an issue, it obviously will improve over the course of time like it did last year, but Lamar Jackson is just him. In my opinion, he's growing into, or is already the perfect quarterback here. His ability to throw the football has improved drastically, and also with Todd Monken as the OC, and obviously his athletic ability is a one-of-one right now. So give me the Ravens. They cover the 5.5-point spread on Monday Night Football. They go out and beat the Detroit Lions 35-27. And finally, the last game of the Harvey Hot Hand for Week 3 is
Colts at Titans.
give me the Colts -4.5 over the Tennessee Titans. The Titans defensively are not great. L'Jarius Sneed, their big-time offseason acquisition a couple years ago, he has nearly a 98 passer rating allowed when targeted. Daniel Jones right now is the second best passer in the NFL. No, but again, saying that sounds crazy. All you got to do, it's one Google search. That's all you got to do to find out that, yeah, he is the second best quarterback. EPA per play right now, total offense, the Colts are tied with the Bills and the Ravens at number 1. Strictly passing, the Colts are number 1. And that's a Daniel Jones-led offense. Jonathan Taylor has been incredible this season. Their running game is great. Their passing game has been tremendous. Their defense needs a little bit of work. But with Danny Dimes cooking like he is so far, going up against a Titans team that's not great, Cam Ward's been pretty bad. Offensive line's an issue. Not great talent out wide. Calvin Ridley hasn't done anything. I don't trust Tony Pollard in the backfield. Their defense has been lackluster. It's a divisional game. Give me the Colts to win by 7, 28-21. They cover the 4.5-point spread. And Danny Dimes moves to 3-0 in his first 3 games with the Indianapolis Colts. And those are my picks for the Harvey Hot Hand. Again, down below, if you use the link in the description, if you for new customers, $10 or more on Dr. Squatch using that link, you get 3 limited time Briccs, a value of $24, absolutely free. Thank you for the constant support as always.